Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're getting into a really interesting book, Ask and It's Given, Learning to Manifest Your Desires.
That's the one by Esther and Jerry Hicks, presenting the teachings of Abraham.
Exactly. And, it's got some pretty hefty endorsements. People like Wayne Dyer, Neil Donald Walsh, Louise Hay. They've all pointed to it, so it seems to have made a real impact.
Oh, absolutely. It suggests, well, the title itself is pretty direct, isn't it? Ask and it is given. It makes a big promise.
It really does. So our plan today is to dive into these core ideas, figure out how the book suggests you can consciously create your own reality.
And we should probably mention up front this central concept of Abraham.
Right, this non-physical entity or group of entities, their teachings are said to be channeled through Esther Hicks. It's a key part of the whole framework.
Definitely something to keep in mind as we go. So where should we start? Chapter 1.
Yeah, let's jump right in. Chapter 1 talks about the power of feeling good now. What's the core message there?
Well, the fundamental idea is that your physical self, you're actually an extension of something they call non-physical source energy.
Source energy. Okay. Like a bigger energy field.
Kind of. Think of it as this like pure positive energy. And the book says that your natural state, your default, is actually joy and well-being. You're part of this energy.
So feeling good isn't something we have to strive for. It's where we come from.
That's the idea. But as we live our physical lives, we focus on things, and sometimes we develop these patterns of resistance, thoughts, beliefs that kind of block that connection.
Resistance, yeah, I can picture that. Like static on the radio line.
Exactly. That's a good way to think about it. And these teachings, Abraham's teachings, are meant to help you remember that connection, remember that innate joy.
And the title of the chapter, Feeling Good Now. Why the emphasis on now?
Because, according to the book, how you feel right now is everything. It's your indicator. It tells you if you're aligned with that source energy, if you're tuned in. Feeling good now is presented as the key to allowing anything else you want.
Okay, interesting. So it's not just about the end goal, but the feeling along the way.
Precisely. Your current feeling is the way.
Then chapter 3 makes this really bold statement. You create your own reality. We hear that phrase a lot. How does this book frame it?
It suggests you were actually born knowing this. It's not something you learn. It's supposedly an innate understanding that you are the creator of your experience.
So that desire we feel to, have some control over things.
That's seen as totally natural. The basis of your life, according to Abraham, is absolute freedom. Freedom to choose your thoughts. And because thoughts have vibration,
they create your experience. Got it.
That's the link they make, yes.
Okay, so that leads into chapter 4's question, which I think hits home for a lot of people. How can I get there from here? If we're creating it, why isn't it always what we want?
Right, and the book offers a perspective that's quite empowering, I think. It says if you haven't got what you desire, it's not because you're unworthy or not smart enough, or it's just bad luck or fate.
Okay, so what is the reason then?
It's about your vibrational pattern. You're holding a vibration that just doesn't match the vibration of your desire.
Like trying to tune into the wrong radio frequency. You can't hear the station you want.
Exactly like that. The only real resistance, the book argues, is hindering that connection to source. It's an internal thing, mostly.
So it's less about fighting external circumstances.
And more about gently releasing those resistant thoughts. Becoming aware of them first, then letting them go bit by bit.
And what's this optimal creative vantage point they mention? Sounds like a sweet spot.
It is. It's described as being eager for more, genuinely excited about what's coming, but without the impatience or the doubt or feeling like you don't deserve it. Just that open, hopeful expectation.
Okay. That makes sense. Then chapter 6 gets into the famous law of attraction. How do they explain it here?
It's presented quite simply. Every thought vibrates. It sends out a signal. And the law of attraction just means that signal attracts back matching signals, attracts vibrationally.
So you pull towards you the essence of whatever you're thinking about most.
Pretty much, yeah. Whether it's something you want or something you really, really don't want, your dominant thoughts set the frequency.
And that's where emotions come in again, right? The wonderful guidance system.
Exactly. Your feelings are the immediate feedback. They tell you instantly whether your current thoughts are aligning you with what you want or pushing it away. Good feelings mean alignment. Bad feelings mean resistance or misalignment.
Okay. Which ties into chapter 8. You are a vibrational transmitter and receiver. Sounds like we're constantly broadcasting.
That's precisely the idea. You're not passive. You are actively, constantly sending out a specific vibrational signal, like your own personal radio tower.
Always on air.
Always. And the universe, the whole system, responds to that specific signal you're offering, moment by moment. Your current reality and even what's coming next starts to shift based on that signal.
Wow, okay. So Chapter 9 talks about the hidden value behind your emotional reactions. We touched on the guidance aspect, but what's the deeper value?
It really doubles down on the idea that emotions aren't random. They are rich with information. They show you your point of attraction, what you're currently drawing in, and how aligned you are with that source energy.
So instead of just trying to feel better immediately, we should maybe listen to the negative feeling, understand what it's pointing to.
Yes, use them. Use your emotions to feel your way back. Good feeling thoughts mean you're on track. Bad feeling thoughts mean you're focusing in a way that creates resistance to what you want.
Okay. Now, Chapter 10 lays out the 3 steps to whatever you want to be, do, or have. Can you break those down for us?
Sure. Step 1 is you ask. Desire is natural. It comes from contrast. Experiencing what you don't want helps you clarify what you do want. So asking is automatic, really.
So just wanting something is step 1.
Essentially, yes. Step 2, the answer is given. The book says this part isn't your job. Source energy, the universe, whatever term you prefer, instantly answers every request. The vibration is created.
Okay, so the asking happens, the answer is there vibrationally.
Yeah.
What's step 3?
Step 3 is the crucial part for us. The answer must be received or allowed. You have to let it in. You have to be in vibrational alignment with what you asked for.
So that's where the feeling good part comes back in. You need to be on the right frequency to receive it.
Exactly. And that means focusing on the desire, the having of it, not the lack of it. Focusing on lack just keeps you in the vibration of not having.
Which reinforces what Chapter 13 says. Allow your feelings to be your guide. It really hammers this point home, doesn't it?
Absolutely central. Your emotions are your constant feedback loop. Are your thoughts matching your desires vibration? Your feelings tell you?
Does the intensity of the emotion matter? Like really strong feelings?
Yes. Strong emotion, good or bad, means you have a strong focus on that subject. But strong negative emotion means strong resistance to what you want. So paying attention to how you feel isn't just nice, it's like essential navigation.
Okay, now this next one, Chapter 21, sounds really specific. You are only 17 seconds away from 68 seconds to fulfillment. What's with the numbers?
It's about momentum. The idea is if you hold a pure focused thought for just 17 seconds.
Just 17.
Just 17 seconds. It starts to attract other similar thoughts. It gains power, like reaching a combustion point.
Okay.
And then if you can keep that pure focus going for a total of 68 seconds, that's like 17 seconds plus another 51, you create a really significant vibrational pull. Manifestation becomes much more probable.
So 68 seconds of pure positive focus on something has real energetic clout.
That's the claim. It suggests that even small, consistent efforts to choose a better feeling thought, even for short bursts, can make a noticeable difference.
Little shifts add up.
Exactly.
And finally, for the core concepts, Chapter 22 gives us the different degrees of your emotional guidance scale. This sounds like a practical map.
It really is. It lays out emotions on a scale from the highest vibrations like joy, love, appreciation, empowerment.
The good stuff.
Right. Down to the lower end like fear, grief, despair, powerlessness. The key takeaway here is that you don't have to jump from the bottom to the top instantly. Just moving up the scale, even a little bit, finding a thought that feels slightly better than the one you were just thinking, brings relief. It brings you back into greater alignment.
So it's about reaching for the next best feeling, not forcing joy when you feel awful.
Precisely. Consciously choose the best feeling thought available to you right now. It's a gradual process of climbing that ladder, improving your vibrations step by step.
Okay, that covers a lot of the core theory.
Yeah.
Now, the book is split into 2 parts, right? And part 2 is about practical application.
Yes. Part 2 introduces 22 specific processes. These are actual exercises or techniques designed to help you actively improve your point of attraction, things you can, actually do.
So it's not just theory, there are tools.
Exactly. The book suggests reading through them and picking ones that resonate with where you are emotionally. They're all aimed at helping you release resistance and allow that natural well-being to flow.
Can you maybe give us a quick taste, like an example of one process?
Sure. A really popular one, and it's process #1, is called the Rampage of Appreciation.
Rampage of Appreciation. Sounds energetic.
It is. The idea is simple. You deliberately focus your attention on things you appreciate. You actively look for things, people, situations in your life that feel good, that you value.
Even tiny things, like the coffee tasting good this morning.
Absolutely, especially the small things sometimes. Start anywhere. Your comfortable chair, the sun shining, anything. By intentionally focusing on appreciation, you start to shift your vibration upwards, strengthen that connection to source. The more you practice it, the better you feel, and the more you attract things to appreciate.
That feels doable and quite positive.
Yeah.
Okay, so as we kind of wrap up our dive into Ask and It Is Given, what's the big picture message we should leave our listeners with?
I think the absolute core message is one of empowerment. It's saying you are a powerful creator. You came equipped with this amazing internal guidance system, your emotions, and learning to use that system is key.
And that feeling good isn't selfish or frivolous.
No, not at all. According to this perspective, feeling good is actually the work. It's how you allow the things you desire into your life. It's the state of receiving.
It shifts the focus from just doing on the outside
To managing your vibration, your internal state on the inside. Understanding your thoughts and feelings as signals you're sending out gives you way more conscious control over what you create.
So maybe a final thought for everyone listening. Given that every thought you think has this vibrational consequence, what's one small shift, just one tiny change in focus you could make right now to feel even slightly better and start moving towards something you desire?
That's a good question to sit with.
Definitely something to ponder. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us today.